So get ready. 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 So get ready.
How y'all doing?
So get ready.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night. About to start in a second. Yes, hit the subscribe, hit the like button right now.
So get ready.
Woo!
So get ready. So get ready.
All right.
So get ready.
I hope y'all ready. What's up? What's up, UGC? Greetings, greetings. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. From whatever part of the globe you are on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, my admins are in the house. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So listen, for those of you who are somehow tuning in for the first time, my name is Selkis. I am an artist, an author, a poet, a relationship expert, a spiritual advisor, and a medicine woman. And the founder the creator, the founder, I wouldn't say leader, I'm a comrade in this struggle, of the Ugly Girls Club. And the premise of the Ugly Girls Club is that we are a collective of women who are divesting from trying to fit the mold or the status quo of what is considered beautiful. We are no longer partaking in the degradation, in the classification that people give us to use us. We're no longer playing that game. We understand that we are not attractive to mainstream. We accept that. This doesn't mean that we're losers and, we're just a bunch of, misfits that are just wallowing in our own piss. It has nothing to do with that. We understand that beauty in itself is a manipulation tool for any woman. Whether you're pretty, and some of you pretty girls are here, I'm talking to you too, because you troll my channel. You come here for information. You go to the Level Up channels for hope, but you come here for information, for wisdom. So I know you're here too. So this applies to you. Your look is a tool that the average woman will use to exploit and manipulate men. But that sucker comes back around to bite us on the ass, doesn't it? We use our beauty to trap them, to control them, to sexually seduce them. And then as soon as he puts that spermatozoa on the linings of our cervixes, guess what happens to all your witchcraft? It goes down the goddamn toilet. Now you, the regular chick, you're in the lineup now. You no longer have power and all this control over him because he is seated inside of you. So it's over. It's over. You being celebrated. I go where I'm celebrated. All the celebration ends after the ejaculation. All of it. So here on the UGC, we're deciding, you know what? After all these years of getting this level of results, of trying to measure up, trying to level up now, and still being, with our best efforts, because some of y'all take 2 hours to put your makeup on, and he still don't say you look good. Your best effort here. We understand with the best effort that you have, respect is few and far between, and it is what it is. It is what it is. So we don't fight against that. We're not fighting men who don't want us, and we're not fighting women who pretend to befriend us either. We're not fighting you hoes either. And what I say on this channel is that men are really nothing to worry about. They're really simple in what they want. We all know what they want. We pretend that it's, this other thing and, the spiritual connections. Let's synchronize our chakras and all of that shite. Right? But they're very primal. They want what they want. It's women, though. It's our sisters, though, that are very, very, very convoluted, very systematic. Women are war strategists. Women are war strategists. They befriend you for a purpose. They look at you and go, you're not as pretty as me, so let's be friends. When we go out together, I'm going to increase my status and my rating standing next to you because we're not in competition with each other. So we can be friends because I'm not intimidated by you. So let's be friends. All of this stuff happens. They become your baby's godmothers. You move them in to fuck your husbands and your boyfriends, right? When you need help and support, she'll give you $1, but she'll tell 10 people, girl, this Stacy, I had to give her money because she couldn't afford to pay XYZ, and I had to bail her out. She's giving you the money now, but she's degrading you all across town. This is what women do. This is what women do. So on this channel, we recognize all of that. We don't look give horses in the mouth. We understand that rejection is a part of life, and we don't try to mitigate rejection. We don't try to maneuver around it. We face it here. We just face it here. The fake camaraderie that you women enjoy in other spaces, you can't do that here. You can't do that here. You're either you're in or you're out. And I'm teaching the women, my real UGC women, because very few of y'all, the rest of y'all are just nosy trolls or whatever. You need something to do and something to talk about. So you're here, wondering, trying to find the flaw. That's what you're really trying to do. So I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my UGC girls because I'm showing you and I'm training you on how to lessen your own anxiety, your own self-doubt, and really dismantling this thing called status that these women, especially you swirling, you cum guzzling, swirling whores, say that you enjoy, right? If you are living your best life, why are you here? If you really like what you're doing and are confident about what you're doing, you're convicted about what you're doing, why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you trying to sell milk over here? We eat chocolate over here. We don't drink milk. Sell your milk somewhere else. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I have no problem with any woman having options based on circumstances, your emotions, your location, your level of intellect. All these things are factors in who you decide to mate with and who wants to mate with you. Your level of intelligence, your level of health and appearance, where you located in your beliefs and your circumstances. We all got to make choices with these categories in mind. I get that. I'm not delusional to any of this. Some of us need to explore outside of it because our brothers, where you at, depending on where you at, our brothers we have major colorism going on, and our brothers don't want nigger girls like you and me. They don't want nigger girls. I get that, but what you fuckers are not going to do is come to my channel and say men are the only one doing it. Hello? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because for every man that does it, every woman that he's fucked has agreed with his stance on black women and who's pretty and who's ugly. You think the girl that he's fucking ain't, while they pillow talking in bed, he's not expressing how he thinks black women look like dogs? And she agrees with it and still fucks him anyway, still fucks him again, still has babies with him, still marries him and all that shit. Every woman he's been with knows his position because men don't hide that. So there's one of him and maybe 50 women that he's fucked who's agreed with his stance on what we look like, what we're worth, and all that kind of stuff. So they're not in this alone. Hello? No man who's a colorist is a colorist without a woman's support. Hello. So this is why we don't entertain that bullshit on this channel. It's a loser's game. I tell all of my UGC girls that's colorism is a 360 deal. Colorism is a 360 deal. It's an animal. You don't know. It changes face by the minute. Anybody could be it. Anybody at any time could be it, and everybody's a suspect of being it. So to say, it's only black men don't want us, and it's only black men who don't want black women. Listen, it's black men who don't want black women, and it's all the black women who are light skinned or half white or whatever, quadroon, octoroon, neutrinoid, whatever the fuck they is, who agreed with him. Who was laughing in bed when he talked about how we were monkeys. The same chicks that come over here talking about their divesting and going to white men are the same ones that laugh in bed with people about us. Y'all don't understand that? And I'm okay with all of that because y'all are my sisters anyway. And I understand that we all have biases. I'm not expecting anybody that I meet on the street, anybody that I talk to not have prejudice and bias. That would be naive of me. It really would, because we all have them. We all have them. So it's not about stopping it or trying to convince nobody that I'm better than what they think I am. Listen, that's a loser's game too. Making it your job to convince somebody that you are better than what they already preconceived in their head is a loser's game. UGC, where my ugly girls at? Give me a holler. Give me a wave, please. Roll call. Who's in the house? So it is what it is. But y'all swirlers, listen, you can do what you want with whomever you want. You can suck any color dick you want. Anyone. You can date whoever it is you want. I am in full support of whatever you feel you have to do. There are channels dedicated to servicing that segment of the population. They'll teach you how to get a white man. They'll teach you how. I think you get certified and shit. Don't they give you certifications and the shit? All of that. They'll teach you what to wear, what to say, how to cross your legs, what color combinations and all that kind of shit to level up enough so that a man who doesn't usually check for you now goes, oh, wow, you're the woman of my dreams. Really? Really? And it's not that I'm picking on anybody here. Y'all know I give brothers heat too. I tell brothers all the time that they chase women that don't want them. And that's black, white, brown, yellow, red, purple hearts, green clovers, blue diamonds out this bitch. Like goddamn Lucky Charms. I see it all the time. Most men in their dating careers are chasing women who don't care. Don't I tell y'all that? UGC, have I not said that before? So it's okay for me to say that, but it's not okay for me to say, listen, some of you that are looking for white men are also delusional. I'm going where I'm celebrated. You going where you celebrated. So y'all telling me that the average white man wants a black woman? What are the numbers? All you statistical, empirical data whores, where are the numbers on that? The average white man that you see walking down the street wants you? I'm going where I'm celebrated. So just read this slowly. I don't have to read it. I can read at the speed I want to read. You are one of them that I'm talking about. You need to go back to your swirling channel. You need to go back. You need to go back there. You need to go to all the white women's channels, right? And tell them how you're taking all of their men. You need to go to the white women's spaces. There's white YouTubers on here that teach affluence and all that stuff. Go to their spaces and tell them how you feel that their men are ideal, and you're coming to do a full court press. Black women are just coming and taking your men in droves. Go and do that. Go and do that. The reason why you hoes are here is because you think first of all that I'm the bottom of the barrel, and that's fine because we're the UGC over here. We understand all that preliminary bias, presumptions, presuppositions. We understand all of that. This is why you're here. This is why you're so free to vomit out your mouth what you feel we should do or not do or present all these convoluted options that you claim to have. If you had all these options, you'd be on a date right now instead of on my channel. If you were living your best life, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. Your hosts come for information. When you go to these other channels and they feed you false hope, when you leave their channels feeling more inadequate than when you first arrived, because that's what's going on now. Since this level up craze, y'all, the neuroses has kicked up in. Look, it's higher than the Tower of Babel. It's higher than Nimrod's tower now. The anxiety and the neurosis since all this campaigning for level up. What I'm seeing coming through my desk, who I'm talking to try to dishevel and dismount all of this shit, the propaganda that y'all are being fed. Every white man out here wants you, then go to them. Go to them. I want you to go to the white girls' channels and tell them that how you taking their men, and I want you to go to the white men's channels and tell them how ideal they are. Tell them how ideal they are. The only reason why you're here is because you're perpetuating the same caste system, the same social hierarchy thing. You perpetuate that. It, like I said, it's slaves dissing other slaves. One minority group dissing another minority group. Self-hatred. That's why it's so easy for y'all to come here and talk your shit. Thank you, TNC, for the donation. I don't need help. I don't need hooked on phonics. I'm not reading your shit. I'm telling you, and any one of you who are on here who like to swirl, that you can do what you want to do with whomever you want to do it with. But what this space is not going to do for you is give you a space to feel better about your decision. No, you're going to have to work all that out with you, the white man you're fucking, and your priest. That's who you're going to have. You're going to have a group discussion, a little powwow with you, the dick that you put in your mouth, and your priest. You're not going to get a cosign here. I don't promote that shit here. I don't condemn it, and I don't promote it. That's it. That's it. In a nutshell, do what it is you want to do. Do what it is you want to do. That's it. Listen, again, I'm only here for a small group, a really small group of the forgotten. I talk to men all the time about how they're making poor decisions too. Not that they're my focus, but they come with their nonsense. They come, oh, you only going to get a simp and all that stuff, all that talk. They come to say, you have no hope. This is what a lot of men come here for. They come to orgasm and to have foreplay. They come to jack off by hopefully spewing more helplessness. This is what a lot of men do. This is what a lot of men do. So I get it. I get it. But to say that we don't participate in the shit? Listen, I'm a black woman, nappy-headed black woman who has a channel who will not say that we are not, that the sole blame is on black men. We have colorists on both sides of the coin. And as I said in the post before, when there was another YouTuber that posed a question, are black women more colorist than black men? And my answer to that is black men want non-black women, or neutrinoid women, whatever you want to call it. They want non-black women, white women, and black women want light-skinned babies. They want babies that look half and half. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Now, some will say, well, black women only want light-skinned babies because they know how hard it is being black. Really? So because you have justification that you can live with. That you can live with now. That seems conscientious and intellectual. That's better. So black men wanting white or non-black women is emotional, but you're doing it because what? You feel in your mind you have no other choice. You want to bring a light-skinned baby, a baby that doesn't look like you, because you don't want the baby to suffer like you. And then what happens when the baby doesn't come out like you? Because sometimes that happens. Some of y'all get with light-skinned men in hopes of getting light-skinned babies. And sometimes your genes kick in. Your own genes kick in. And then when you're in the hospital checking their ears and their knuckles, isn't that what all you heifers do? The first thing a black woman does is check the ears and knuckles, because we all know that the ears and knuckles are the color that the baby will be later on after it fills in, after it gets mature. So you check the ears and the knuckles to see how dark the baby will get. This is what black women do. And then we talk about men and their choices. When you give birth to babies hoping that they don't look like you don't see a problem with that? You don't see a problem with that? Like I said, we're strategic. So, because the most they could say about you is that you're a single mother. That girl just told me my black husband left me with 3 kids. I don't even have 3 kids. Her other name is She Devil. She has issues. She Devil back here again. I blocked that hoe like 3 times. So she's a psycho. She's a goddamn psycho. I blocked that same heifer three times. She just I see her floating. She floats to channels propagating this swirling thing, and she doesn't even like the relationship that she has. She stated that. She doesn't even like who she's with. But she's strongly propagating this swirling shit. They stay coming. She changed profiles like 3-4 times. We got crazy neurotic chicks out here. Crazy neurotic chicks out here. Listen, y'all not gonna sell me on it's just them. It's just us. And we both sides of this coin have to heal. Both sides. She's back under the name Ebony Ivory. She got a broke Brad. Probably so. What's crazy is I didn't even know my daughter was Chocolate Baby till someone called her Chocolate. Listen, it is what it is. I'm telling you what women do. Women get with men strategically to get these quote unquote pretty babies. Women don't do anything without thinking about it. Men are guilty of being impulsive. Men, men are not as strategic as they think they are. Women are very strategic. Women plan things, and they plan to make it look like it's not planned. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And this is why I tell y'all have to be careful with these women that y'all are befriending, with these women that you go into for support, who claim to be in the struggle with you. Nah. I wish we can all be nice to each other. Not gonna happen. Thank you, Love Wisdom, for your donation. I appreciate you. Not all mixed kids are cute. No, not every baby is considered cute. Y'all dragged Drake's baby. When I saw pictures of Drake's baby and what people were saying about your boy Drake and his baby, I was like, good Lord. So I mean, it is what it is. But women plan. Y'all are planners. Y'all are planners. Some of y'all become mothers and tell your kids that they're ugly. This is what mothers do with their children. This is what a lot of y'all mothers have done to y'all black sons. Tell him he ain't shit. You look like your daddy. You're this, to that, and the other, and they grow up to hate women that look like you. There's a whole lot of that. So there's healing that needs to be had all around the board. And what I'm saying here is that, and what I've always said is that a man is a man is a man. A man is a man is a man is a man again. So to say that one is not going to hurt you and another one will, you have to be careful with any man, no matter what skin suit he's wearing. No matter what culture he comes from, some of y'all are, I want somebody cultured and, higher pedigree and all that. There's a lot of cultured people who are scammers out here. There's a whole lot. A whole lot. Listen, I got the inside scoop on that. I'm ADOS and Caribbean, both. Okay, so I know both sides of the spectrum. And I know when you niggas go to DR and all these places to get women, I know it's a deal. You don't know it's a deal because she's baking you bread for the 2 weeks that you're there, and you're getting hot tea and biscuits, homemade biscuits for the 2 weeks that you're there. But it's a deal. It's a transaction. She wouldn't be baking you no bread and getting hot clem and all that shit if you wasn't giving no money. The only reason why she doing that is because you throwing a couple dollars her way, but you don't think it's a scam because the exchange rate is 6-1. But it's a deal. It's a deal. Come on now. All mixed babies are not cute. You're exactly right. Well, it is what it is. Everybody's not cute, and that's okay. This is the ugly girls club. All right? This is the ugly girls club. Some of us weren't born cute either. But we still want to be loved, protected, respected. We still want these things. And we deserve these things regardless. I'm ADOS and Caribbean Latina. I second what you're saying, so because they don't see the game. No, they don't. No, they don't. They run into the DR and they're getting these girls, they knocking them up, and they're making single mothers out of these chicks outside of North America. Now we got single mothers all over the place. Word on the street is that they making these white women single mothers too. They turning some of them into single moms too. They turning some of them into single mothers too. So listen, y'all. The whole point of this thing, where relationships are concerned, is that you have to protect your mind. You have to protect your self-interest. You can't be so giddy like, ooh, look what I pulled, Look what I was, me, lowly status me. Look what I was able to pull. You can't approach it that way. Because as I've said before, the novelty wears off. You're fascinating in the beginning, but the shit wears off. As soon as the orgasm comes, the fascination ends. Don't y'all understand that? Are there? Everyone's had a penis inside their vagina. Anybody who has a vagina has had a penis inside of it on this live, right? I don't think I'm talking to any virgins here. Y'all know what happened afterwards. Y'all know how the shit changed, the pace changed afterwards. So I'm not telling stories here. I'm not telling lies here. The go where you're celebrated, I don't even know what that is. And not to say that that some non-black men don't find black women attractive, because that would be a lie. That would be a lie, right? I could never say that. That because it's an untruth. It's proven to be untrue. But to condemn what is a part of you If you come from a black mother and father, to condemn what is a part of you, that to me is, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I look at pictures of my father. It makes me proud to be who I am. Y'all, I had posted up on my on the community tab section a couple of weeks ago, a picture of my mother and father. Y'all saw it, and I asked y'all, who do I look like? Because I kind of look like both of them, but I think I look exactly like my dad. And when I look at pictures of him, I'm like, how could I, knowing I come from that, how can I condemn what is a part of me? I don't get it. And I do understand that some of y'all say, if you're not loved, and if they don't want you, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do whatever it is you feel you have to do. And some of you have been heavily indoctrinated with the solution to your problem being run to the white man, or run to, we could say non-black, but that's semantics here, because a lot of these non-black people you run into consider themselves white also. They on the application they check off white. Hello? So it's semantics with that. So we'll just say white, because the Indians are saying, well, not the Indians, because they get they tax breaks, all that, but whoever else, everybody else, Latins are white. All these people classifying themselves as white, so they're white. Y'all have to be careful though, because we are fetishized. To say that black men don't fetishize us would be an untruth. That wouldn't be true, because I think, as I've said before, all men to a certain extent have fetishes. This is why they go crazy over big asses, or big boobs, or I don't know, whatever else. Whatever's big, they like it big and juicy. So that's a fetish. They're not saying they like you. They're saying they like your big ass. That's a fetish. So that's everywhere. That's everywhere. But you want to be careful, because you don't want to be in a dude's face solely for the purpose of novelty, for the purpose of, I want to try you out. I want to try you out. And that's a problem that we as UGC run into a lot, because a lot of us are tryouts or busy work. I call it busy work. A lot of our vaginas are busy work for men who are just in between relationships, or waiting to get to the next relationship that they want. And you have to be careful. Some of y'all are really giddy because somebody who's non-black is checking for you. You really think you got high status. This is why you hoes come here. This is why you pink dick suckers come to my channel to post up this high status that you think you have, because you feel that your value is increased because somebody who's higher than you, according to you and how you feel, is checking for you. How about that? Well, this guy, he doesn't have to want me, but look, he wants somebody like me. Right? That's why you're so proud to say, I'm with a non-black. I'm with a non-black. And he didn't have to choose me, but he did because he really loves me. That shit. And then and then you spermatozoa guzzling hoes come here to talk about, well, you degrade yourself calling yourself ugly. Really? You really believe that? You really believe that? Your self-confidence is contingent upon what type of man wants you. You don't have no real self-actualization. You actualize yourself through the eyes of who wants to fuck you, who desires you. And I say this all the time on this channel. So you have no better standing emotionally and self-esteem than anybody else that's trying to get it right. You've assessed your value based on who dials your number. Based on how many times has he come inside of you? How much money does he give you? You've assessed your value based on that. Not on you and your intrinsic value, but what you receive and how they respond to how you look and what you do and all that kind of stuff. This is the average woman here. And what I'm telling you, GC, is this. We can't afford to do that. To continue to evaluate yourself in the eyes of people who don't respect you, who see you as maybe a second, third, fourth, fifth, tenth choice, is a moot point. We can't go there. And it can't be, listen, we can't use the foundation of attractiveness when we're not the status quo. We got to let that go. And as I said before, even if you are attractive, it would behoove you to let it go too. Because y'all get dragged. Y'all get pimped out. Y'all pretty girls get pimped out, passed around and shit. For validation. We got to do it another way. We got to do it another way. And that's just what it is. Yes, I find that out in Puerto Rico, they were told they should not put black. They have to put white. Black is low. So if you look like Kim Kardashian, you put black. So true. I mean, yeah, everybody's white. Everybody that pass for white is white. So, you know what? It's not just white cells, it's non-black. Y'all know racism it exists amongst the ranks. We experience racism right in our own backyard with our own damn people. Our own damn people. Your hair's a little softer. Well, I'm not as black as you. I'm not all black. I'm mixed. I'm Irish, Scandinavian, Polish, Indonesian, and Somalian. When you ask some of y'all what, you know, some of these neutrinoids, what they race is, I'm Polish, Yugoslavian, Russian, Cambodian, and I got a little bit of Nigerian in there. So how many people fuck to make you? Because last I heard is one man and one woman. One's a sperm and an ovum. How many people were fucking to give birth to you? Will you hop from one uterus to another? You went uterus hopping? But before one of them decided, okay, the Irish chick decided she was gonna give birth to you after she got your fetus passed to her by the Cambodian. What the blood test say when you go to the doctor? What do the blood test say? We could play this game if we want. But what we don't do over here, we don't play those games over here. We don't play those games over here. It's not about, listen, UGC, there's nobody that's perfect out here. And it's not about waiting to find somebody perfect or waiting for someone not to have some sort of prejudice. Because whether it be your black, you know, people of prejudice of fat people. People of prejudice of big nose women. If you have a big nose as a woman, you have a hard time in the world. Forget about complexion. If the size of your nose is too big, you got it hard in the world. So it's not about trying to find out where you celebrate it, because everybody, if it ain't your nose, then it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be something else. And we waste a lot of time. We waste a lot of time. Okay, they gotta like this, and they gotta like this, and they gotta like that. And it sounds nice. But is it real? How many relationships have you been in and I'm talking about like being with somebody more than 6 months, let's say a year, 2 years, or something like that. And then when shit goes south, when the shit goes south, then he starts getting brave enough to tell you all the shit that he didn't like about you. But when he was dicking you down, oh, we got a big nose club in here. Salute to the big noses. Y'all in the house. But as I said before, when the relationship went sour, then he started talking to you about all your flaws. Then he started talking about all the stuff about you he never liked, that he didn't reveal before, because before it was, well, I kind of want to be with you. Now I don't. So now I can be honest with you about all the stuff that I never liked. How many times has that happened? When the relationship goes south, people start getting real honest about what they feel. So for the most part, what I'm saying, UGC, for the most part, is that a lot of what relationship is concealing the truth to spare the person. If you like them, you conceal certain truths to spare their feelings. And when you don't like them, or you're not getting your way, then you're honest. Then you're honest. That's how this thing works. So if you think you're going to find somebody who says they like everything about you and really means that, good luck on that. Good luck on that. We are practical here. And I feel like if there's anything that you hate about yourself, chances are the other person hates it too. I'm just inclined to lean towards that there's a real possibility that this thing that I hate about me, he might not like it either. And would he be wrong in not liking it? That's another question. That's another question. If you are apologetic about things about you, you coming through the door with apologies, then you already know that you're not ideal. If you're coming through the door with I'm sorry that thing is there. I'm sorry that this thing is so big. I'm sorry that this thing is hanging. I'm sorry that this thing is discolored. I'm sorry for the smell. Listen, you're not coming in ideal. So what do we do with that fact? We understand that life happens. And we're not delusional about anything, because chances are 99.9999999% the other person has things that they are apologetic about too. So there's that part. So in a relationship, you could come flawed. You can come flawed, and the other person can come flawed, and you can still have a great relationship. But this illusion that, this unconditional love illusion shit is one, we got to stop, because a lot of us are tolerated. A lot of us are tolerated. And a lot of us tolerate within a relationship. So you gotta find a reason. When you're with somebody long enough, you have to find a reason to stay. Hello? Listen. If you're with somebody long enough, you need to find reasons to stay. When it's no longer, just, romantic and I need something new, you need a reason to stick around. Whether it be kids, he paying the bills, you got room for your mother to stay, whatever the damn reason is. Some of y'all are being advised to just cut and run, cut your losses and run. And you did that, and now you're single, right? You're newly single. You only been single a year or two, and you already fucked 10 dudes since being newly back on the market. You already been ran through. Why? Because you listening to every nigga that come in your face talking shit you want to hear. You listen to every nigga come in your face telling you lies and innuendo. And now, before, you might have been with a dude you didn't like for 10 years. Now you got to fumigate your ass. Because you done ran through 20 niggas in a year, speed dating and all, and listening to your cum guzzling friends talk about try it out. You free, girl, try it out. Now you need Monostat 7 and other prescription medications that you didn't need before with the half a dude that you only like 20%. Now you need medication. Now you single and you need medication. How about that? You didn't need it before. You were with somebody and you didn't have vaginal itch. Now you single and within 1 year, you need penicillin and to change your whole diet so you don't have a flare-up. So that's borax suppositories. Yeah, that. Penicillin, borax suppositories, and you need to change your diet so you don't flare the bugs up. You have to be careful. We get into those scenarios because of vanity, and I don't give a fuck what none of these so-called pretty girls tell you. They indoctrinating you with shit, and on the back end, girl, she believed it. You're on these faces behind screens and you don't see them giving you hope and laughing like, she don't have a chance in hell. This message ain't really for her, but she paid the membership. I ain't really talking to her. She really ain't got no hope, but she paid the membership. Y'all, save your vaginas. Some of y'all need to refurbish and rehab your vaginas. Your vagina need a whole rebuilt. A whole goddamn demolish and rebuild. Because you believe you believe these hoes that clown you behind your back. Girl, go ahead and get you some. And she talking about you and your vagina all across town. And be like, girl, she actually did it. I didn't think she would really do it. Girl, I just told her to have fun, and this is the third dude she done fucked. So the same chick that told you to hold is now telling people you need to slow down. She out of hand. Tell me if I'm lying, man. The same chick that encouraged you to go get some ass is across town saying, girl, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Girlfriends are scandalous. Have you embarrassing yourself? You better believe it. You better believe it. That's why, listen, UGC, you got to trust your own instincts. You have to trust your own instincts. When you're being advised to do whole shit with your friends, you have to pause and ask yourself, well, is that what I really want to do? Is having sex with somebody I barely know or who I know doesn't like me? How is that? What happens after the act? Like, what happens after I have sex with him? Then what? How do I benefit from that? How do I benefit from that? We have a lot of women, and I tell you guys that are lurking on this channel too. A lot of these hoes a lot of these women that y'all checking for are part-time whores. They don't whore every day. Like I tell you, they do it for holidays. They do it when they're in the jam. You know, with the past bill overdue. You know, they call up. You know, do a little neck and chin and get a bill paid or something like. They need new tires for their car. You know, call up somebody, do the neck and chin and get some new tires. They do it on the weekend. I said it's correspondence school wars. They do it on the weekend, furlough. You know, they ain't on it all the time. Every now and then. President's Day, you know, they offer President's Day and Halloween. And their birthday and Valentine's Day. So a lot of women do that. So you brothers, when they give y'all a hard time for being harlots yourselves, because that is what y'all are. Understand that chances are she's that way too. It's just on a part-time basis. She's a seasonal whore. They hire her for the Christmas holiday season. She whores for Christmas. There's a lot of that shit. A lot of our problem is our morals are sometimey. Our morality is not consistent. You wind up, if you like the dude enough, you wind up having to say, I don't usually do this. This is not something I normally do. This is something I'm against. I'm usually against this.
Right.
That's our problem. Why are you doing something that you claim to be morally corrupt?
Yes.
Why are you allowing your level of attractiveness towards him make you put away your convictions? This is how we end up in a bind. This is how we end up with screwing men who don't like us. Hello. This is how we end up tricked off. This is how we end up, oopsie, I got a disease. Oopsie, I'm a baby mama.
What's going on?
This is what happens. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. You have to sit on your vaginas. Sit on your vaginas. Keep your sanity. You got to keep your sanity. Listen, colorism is a thing. And what I'm finding is that most of the women who promote this swirling thing have issues. Have issues with color. There's that the swirling thing does not really heal. It really doesn't heal. But, you know, again, it is what it is. A lot of us will never heal. A lot of us just got to manage our batshit craziness some sort of way. You got to do it some sort of way. I'm a black woman, so I'm always going to be for black on black first and foremost. That's just what I'm going to do. Hey, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright's in the house, y'all. A lot of the leaders are single, struggling, insecure, and angry. They listen to whatever they say. They get angry at anything realistic. So weird. Listen, I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there. I try to just focus on this platform and the women that I'm here to support. As I said before, I mean, I could easily get caught up going, you know, here and there and all over the place, but it's just too much. I feel personally, since the level up narrative has kicked a high pitch, that it has made a lot of you more insecure than secure. I think a lot of you are more unstable emotionally because y'all absorb and listen to all this shit that really they're not talking to you, but they won't tell you that. They won't tell you to your face that, no, girl, this one ain't for you. The way all that is set up, this ain't for you, but we're glad you're here. They won't say that. So what you're doing is you're spending a lot of energy and time over there, not realizing that you are really not their market. Hello. You are really not their market. Thank you. I love wisdom. So there's that part. There's that part. Again, I am supportive of anything that you need to do. I have clients that date white men or non-black men. You know, to me, non-black means white. Let's just cut the chase. And I instruct them just to be careful, because what I find with a lot of my clients, a lot of my coaching clients, is when I talk to them about their dating options and how they receive, a lot of them are really just fetishized for sex. It's like when we're talking about like real tangible relationships, I'm not hearing that. I'm hearing, well, you know, we did it a couple of times, we went out a couple of times, and that sort of thing. You know, the girl got caught up emotionally, he didn't call back. That it's a lot of that going on. A lot of y'all vaginas are try out pussy out here. You just try out ass out here, and you have to be careful that you're not just for novelty purposes. That you're not just curious. You have to be careful about that. So, you know, listen, as far as appearances go and that whole thing, I think you want to do the best that you can. You want to look like you're making an effort, because making an effort sends a signal that you care about yourself. Outside of that, the whole narrative that you have to look a particular way, you know, maybe have straight long hair or wear pastels or, you know, heels or whatever, you know, that's a whole nother thing. To me, you can't pull off confidence if you're not confident in how you present yourself. If you're outside of, like, way to the left with what you're used to and what you feel sexy in, because you got to fit a certain uniform and a certain narrative, then I don't know how effective that's going to be. Because authenticity is one thing. That is a thing, right? And there is the stage play part, which is a thing. But if what you have to pretend to be is something you are totally uncomfortable with, how effective are you going to be? How effective are you going to be? A lot of what y'all doing, I don't want to be anything. Put it like this, for me. I'm going to say for me. I don't want to mimic anything that's already being done better than I can do it. Hello. If there's somebody already doing what I want to do better than me, I got to take another route. I need my own lane. My own lane. And this is what I'm telling you, UGC, to adopt. You have to create your own lane. If somebody's already doing what you're trying to do way better than you, guess what you come into? You come into a losing, let's call it losing battle. You're coming in a loser. And that's why those other places ain't working for you, because you're a loser over there. And they don't tell you that because they're taking your goddamn money. They won't tell you that because you boosting up their ratings. They got the 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, and they're getting a nice little YouTube check off of soliciting hope to you. I'm not a hope solicitor. I'm a black pill administrator over here. And I want you to choke on the black pill over here. I want you to feel fucked up, because that's where transformation happens. That is where not feeling good. Oh, I just feeling good. It's so positive. And then as soon as you get around somebody else that wants to flank you and outrank you, you don't know how to handle that. Your positivity can only go but so far. I understand it though. A lot of y'all, listen, a lot of my clients are educated, right? These women are professional women. So for you swirling, you pink dick suckers out there, nobody's a loser over here. These women are, by society standards, professional women. Nobody's on welfare over here. But they realize, as I tell y'all UGC, status is fixed. And it don't matter how many degrees you have, ladies, because some of y'all got 2 and 3 degrees. You got 2 and 3 and 4, and you going back to school again for another one. Because you got something to prove. Michelle Obama, don't she have like 6 or 7 goddamn degrees, and they still call her a monkey and a tranny? The first lady of the United States, who higher ranked than her, and they still say she's a man. They still talk about how she got a shoveled mouth, and she looks like a primate with all the status she had. So listen, all of that means nothing at the end of the day. It means something to you because you had to work and find the money for your education and all that kind of stuff. You had to find the money to get all of that. So it means something to you, but it don't mean nothing in the world. It don't mean nothing in the world. You're not going to bypass your status. Doesn't increase with the more degrees or the more money you make. You still have to deal with people seeing you as you're lower than me. You're lower than me. And you have to deal with that. And why do I say you have to deal with that? Is because, ladies, these people who think that you're lower than them wind up in between your labia minoris, in between your goddamn labias. They wind up there. They wind up in your bank account. They wind up in your house. They wind up your employees and your employers. They wind up your priests, people that you go and worship and take communion from. That's where they end up, all over the fucking place, all over. You can't outrun it. So your agenda as a black woman, a woman who's not particularly sought after, is to make sure you get what it is you need, and make sure that people understand that they have to, whatever it is they think, they're not going to be able to think that or act upon what they think with you. That's about the best you can do. Oh, well, I'm lower than you. That's okay. Sign right here. Oh, well, I'm a higher tax bracket, or I have a master's and a PhD. Oh, that's really nice. Sign right here. Well, I am taller than you. I'm about 50 pounds lighter than you, and my hair, I don't really need a relaxer. All I have to do is flat iron. Oh, that's nice. Sign right here, please. You have to start understanding that what anybody else has is their fucking business. You have to start thinking about it like that. So that when these girls that have, sperm on their esophagus come around you talking about what you can't be, you can't have, and you're a mammy and all that kind of shit, you got to understand, well, girl, what you have is on, that's your business. You're not transferring anything to me. That's all of that. What you think you have is all you. You keep that. You keep your ideas to yourself. You keep your status to yourself. Keep all of that to yourself. Whatever it is you have, your money, your soft hair, and all whatever it is that these men are seeking, you keep all of that to yourself. It has nothing to do with me. What you have and what you are has nothing to do with me. It doesn't dictate what I get. And that's what you ladies have to understand. You have to understand that what anything somebody else is doesn't have shit to do with you. When a chick want to come around you swinging her ass and all that kind of stuff, go, oh, that's personal. You got to immediately switch on, oh, she's trying to get acquainted. But she needs to stay personal. When a chick trying to flank you, when she's trying to flank you, you got to go, oh, she's trying to congregate, but she better stay personal. She better keep that shit to herself. You trying to share all of that with me, and you trying to share what you can't share. You can't share your looks with me, so keep that shit to yourself. I don't care about it. That is the process that we have to think in UGC. And the reason why we plaster ugly all over it is to keep the wolves away. You got to keep the wolves out of your den. You got to keep them away. You got to keep the line infringers, the fence riders, and the motherfuckers that just there for curiosity out your hair. You got to keep them out your pubic hairs. You got to keep them out your pubic hairs, because everybody come in and play with your pubic hairs. If they call you pretty, they can come and play with your clitoris. Just because they said you're pretty, they can come and stick their finger inside of you because they called you pretty. We got to keep these monsters out your trap house. Keep the monsters out your goddamn trap house. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. Oh, by the way, I added a forum page to the UGC site, so you can actually go there and ask questions and, congregate with each other, do a story time. If you want to share a story or something like that, you can go to the forum section, the forum page of the site. There's different categories. There's one about sex, and intimacy tips and tricks on that, and there's another one with just general topics, general conversation. You just want to share something, and the other one was I think the other one was on relationships, like dating advice. So if y'all care to share what's going on with you there, story time, what's going on with you or what's going on with somebody else, or you just want to vent or whatever it is, you go over there and just share, so we can start fellowshipping with each other on the site. Let's see what y'all talking about. What's up, my girl Omega? I've been divorced 8 years now. He remarried a Cuban girl. I've been single and celibate for 5 years. Aw. And Omega is so awesome. All of y'all are awesome. And by the way, I'm waiting on pictures, UGC. I want y'all, y'all know I'm writing this book. The Ugly Girl Survival Guide book. And what I want to include in there is some of your stories. Pictures if you like. I would prefer putting a face to the testimonial, because it just makes it more personable and makes it more connective. So I sent out an email to my subscriber list. If y'all haven't subscribed to the site, please do so you can get it. But I'd like for you to share what your experience has been being a part of this club and getting the information and the wisdom and the nuggets that I've shared with you over this time. I want you to say in your own words how it's changed your life. Like what are you doing differently now that you've been a part of this? Because I want my readers to be inspired, not just by what I say, but I need for them to know that y'all are out there to support. So please send in your pictures and what you want me to include in the book, so you can immortalize yourself. This is going to be our compendium. This book, my vision is for it to reach women all over the world who just never heard of this concept before, who never approached self-esteem in the way that I'm administering it. Nobody's doing it. Nobody's ever done it the way that this is the UGC, right? So my goal is to really give some soothing, spirit uplifting information along with some raw dog shit. I'm going raw in there, but I need for y'all to send in y'all testimonies and your pictures. Make sure you put your name on there, because I'm gonna have your name on there as well. This is only for the gangsters. The rest of y'all that hide, y'all in the background, y'all don't want to claim it because you scared your friends gonna think you're crazy and all that. This ain't for you. I'm talking about women who own their own space and who are not afraid or embarrassed by this organization. Because a lot of y'all are supported, but you're embarrassed still. You're embarrassed to say because you still want to be liked. You're still afraid of what people think. You're still afraid. You don't want to be rejected, but you're here because you have been rejected. So it's like you're in a loop. You don't want to claim it because you're afraid of rejection, but you're here because you have been rejected. Y'all, we got to stop it. You said you have a few things to share. All right, well, send it in. Send it in. Send your picture in, Joe. Anybody who's on this live who I have helped in any way and who want to be a part of this book, please send it in. We have women to help. I can't do it by myself. This is a club. So, I started it, but y'all are lieutenants. Y'all got to spread out this thing. Because there's women out here that are feeling helpless, hopeless, suicidal even. All kind of shit. All kind of stuff. You said you gave up trying to get people to accept you. Fantastic. Fantastic. I actually reconnected with a friend from college through this platform. She saw you giving me a shout out. Oh, wow. Nice. Thank you, because these so-called feminine channels running amok with fake news. Listen, every time I turn on my when I get on YouTube and the suggestions come up, I'm like, God damn, another one? I don't click on them. I'm like, oh, okay, we got one more here, one more there. It's so many popping up because it's easy. It's an easy come up. The channels, they get to like 5, 6, 10, 20,000 subscribers in a span of 2 months. Their channels blow up. As long as you're talking about swirling and leveling up, you will be paid. You will be paid on this YouTube platform. That's all you got to do. I see a lot of them now. And listen, that's needed. For those of you who swirl, who are looking for support, who are looking for instructions on how to do it properly, I suggest you go there and do that. I suggest you go there and do that. My only request is that you never, ever, ever come here thinking that I am going to be an active propagator and spend my time in this platform saying that you should do that. I will never say that. You have to decide that for you. You got to decide that for you. I'm never going to be a co-signer on that. I co-sign on what is working for you. Period. That's it. Look at it this way. When you're sick alone, when you're hungry alone. When you die alone. Does it matter who accepts you outside of your household? Yeah, that part. Listen, y'all know how it is. The people that you're afraid to disappoint are never around when you need them. How about that? The people that you are afraid of showing yourself to, of being yourself around, are never there when you need them. We've been in this pandemic for weeks. for weeks now. How many people are checking on you? How many people are making a toilet paper run to goddamn Target, running around to find toilet paper for you when you're out? How many people are helping you pay that back rent? How many? And you running around here, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna think? And you should give a hot diarrhea shit what anybody thinks. Because at the end of the day, you are alone. Have I not always said that on this channel? That you're alone? At the end of the day, you're alone. That's just what it is. The reason the devil comes down on black women is because she's the mother of humanity. Lower her vibration and it affects the entire human race. It's a perfect way to lower everyone's vibration. You know, that part of this thing. You want to be practical. You want to be practical. You want to have your desires, but you want to be practical. When anybody else is included in, or has to be included in you getting what it is you need, you have to introduce practicality there. Room, a margin of error, a margin of deceitfulness, manipulation, because all of that stuff comes with it, because you are a person trying to get what you want, and maybe what it is you want isn't what the other person wants to give or what the other person can give. And it's a back and forth, a bartering, a negotiation, a waiting until they feel like it, or saying it in a way that they're not offended by it. And there's all kinds of nuances that take place once you introduce another person, because they have free will too. They have free will too. So it's a marriage between what you want and giving a person what they want, so that they can give you what you want. And it's a dance. It's a dance, and it's not a straight line. It's a zigzag. You're zigzagging all the time. You're zigzagging all the time when you're dealing with anybody outside of yourself. So expect that. Idealism, throw that out the window and prepare for the zigzag. Prepare for the zigzag. So, do you believe most black women being single when they don't want to be plays a big factor in wanting white men and disliking black men who date out? Well, I would say so, because according to the women who date out, they're saying they only, from what I've seen and what I hear, they only date out because black men don't find them desirable. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm like, it's a reality for some women. It's some women, I've coached some women that is a reality that has been their life. Black men overlook them, depending on where they are geographically and stuff. Black men, for the most part, do not approach. It's men from other races that do. So in instances like that, what can you say? Don't do it. I would never say that. That's impractical. That's not. You're not listening to. You're not reasoning out. You're not reasoning out. But having a reason doesn't mean that there aren't other things that come with that. Self-image issues. Because if you're not wanted, if you think you're not wanted by your own men, you're gonna have self-image and self-worth issues. And most women do, because we put a lot of stock in, again, who loves us, who wants to have sex with us. This is how we quantify our worth. This is how we do. So until we decide, you know what, it's got to be more to it than this. My existence means more than the ability to be sexually attractive. It has to mean more. Because if I'm not being seen as sexually attractive, then I have to pull value from somewhere else. I have to be valuable in another way. And that's just thinking practically again too. But more than thinking practically, it's a sane way to think to begin with. Because then it mitigates a lot of loss. Because a lot of us become broken because we're in relationships that we should have never been in. But we convinced ourselves that what we wanted wasn't best. So we wind up with men that we should have never chosen or never settled for. But because he said he was the only one that said you were cute, you decide, oh, let me give him a shot. He's the only one that halfway enjoys sex, so you know, let me give him a shot. And you wind up wasting a lot of time and a lot of your life because you gave your life over to a dude that told you something that he, after a while, he can't even keep up the pretense of it anymore. He told you something he don't believe, and after a while, he can't even keep up the pretense. And here you are, 5 years deep, 2 years deep, 3 years deep, 10 years deep, 20 years deep. I met a woman that was married to her husband 30 years, and she said he talked about her like a dog for about 25 of the 30 years that she was with him. Talked about how she was black and ugly and this and that. This is somebody married 30 years. 30 years. So there's women out here that have stories to tell about being in situations because they thought that the guy thought they were pretty and all that, and later on found out after sex and after the kids and all that stuff, later found out that, you know, you only there because you helped pay a bill or something. You were the only one that he was with because he couldn't get the one he wanted. You know how many stories are like that? There's a whole bunch. A whole bunch. So vanity, listen, you don't entertain the shit. We can't afford to entertain that shit. When they come with, oh, you so pretty, you go, oh. You know, in your mind go, okay. Like what am I gonna do with that? I can't do anything with that. What else you got? Is there anything in the bag? What else you got besides pretty? It's got to be more. Ari says, I don't want to be a placeholder for your next woman. I got better shit to do. Hello. Some of y'all got to call out these dudes, but you know, you're scared to call them out. Listen, if I suspect someone has an agenda, and all of you suspect when these men have agendas, I don't think any of you are stupid. I think you're just scared to act on your instinct or act on what it is you sense. I don't think any woman's totally unaware that a guy is not really, really connected with them like that or interested. Somewhere in the back of your mind, you go, something's off. Because then you sense that something's off, and then you go ask your piece of shit friend what she thinks. Because you're scared of what you think. You don't respect what you think. So you go for backup, and the girl sets you up for failure. Girl, go ahead. What else you got to do? Who else checking for you? Go and get some happiness. Even if it's for a moment, go get your happiness. And you go back to the dude that you suspected something was off about. Whether he a lunatic, little crazy. Some of y'all talk to guys and you know he's a little mental. Like this dude, I think, is this dude on medication or something? Or he needs some medication? Like you sense all of this stuff, but you second guess yourself because it's like, well, I'm lonely. I'm lonely. So I don't think we're fools here. I think we just don't trust ourselves. I think we don't feel that we're worthy enough to reject anybody. And I'm like, if you're feeling like something is off, you move with that assumption. Better to be safe than sorry. Have y'all heard that before? That's gospel. Better to be safe than sorry. That's one of our commandments over here. That's one of ours. As a woman, we would rather have a man than be alone. You have to accept being alone first so you don't stick around for abuse. No one wants to be alone. Nobody should be alone. We are designed to be coupled up. We're designed for that. You know, nature has designed us to be with somebody. So, you know, there's that part of it. But who you select, you have to think about, okay, this is this today. This is this today. Is this going to be, what's going to happen 5 years from now? He's treating me like this today. If it starts off like this today, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, what will it be? What will it be? Some of us are starting off bad. You can't start something off bad and then it turn into good. That's not how this thing works. It never goes from bad to good, ladies. I think y'all know that, right? A relationship never starts off bad and all of a sudden gets good. It goes from bad to worse. Bad to worse. Some of us get caught up in well, you know, we had that good day. Last Valentine's Day was so perfect. We had this perfect date a year ago. And you wait for next Valentine's Day to rotate around. You're waiting for that next good day. Another year from now. Forget all those months in between. You're waiting for one day next year for another good day. And you take all the abuse in between that time because you're holding out for that next day that comes around every 3 or 4 months. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Thanks, Joe. What are your thoughts on platonic friendships compromising your marriage? For example, my late Mother's Day gift arrived literally at my doorstep from my friend, and my husband was jaded a bit. Oh, so you have a guy friend that sent you a Mother's Day gift and your husband was not feeling that? Y'all, listen. If he's offended by that, you should respect that. Because that's your husband. He's not a boyfriend. He's not, somebody you just met. He's your husband. So if he feels some kind of way about that, you need to correct that. Or ask yourself, listen, if your friendship is worth more to you than your relationship with your husband, then I don't know what you're with your husband for. You know what I mean? Because, if the shoe was on the other foot and a girl sent him a Father's Day gift and you weren't okay with that, and he didn't adjust for your feelings, how would you feel about that? How would you feel? I don't think friendship should go over anybody's relationship. I don't think a friendship outside of your marriage should be an imposition on your marriage in any way. Because at the end of the day, something happens to you, it's your husband that has to take care of of things and keep things afloat while you're down, or whatever happens to you. If your friend is on that level, then you should be with him. That's just the way I see it. No, marriage, you gotta keep some things out. Some things shouldn't cross. These male friends, that kind of stuff. Nah, nah. I mean, not to say that you have to destroy it altogether. I mean, you see him when you see him. You see him when you can. You see him when it's not an imposition in any way to your husband. But I don't like when friendships, impose on marriages. I don't think that they should. Yeah, outside influences. I think that's a bad call right there. And a lot of women, listen, a lot of women have messed up great relationships because they couldn't give up these guy friends. What's up with that? Y'all can't tell the guy friend, listen, I'll holler at you at Christmas. Like, what's up with that? Oh, that's my friend. Like you and your male friends are a package deal. I don't get it. Listen, if I was with a dude that I wanted to be with, and it was a problem with friends or whatever, see y'all. Bye. Send me a postcard. That's how that's gonna be. Cause y'all gotta focus on each other. When these white women who are with black men see a hot mixed chick, they get so insecure about her black hotness. They are very unstable women. You said when a white woman sees when a white woman who are with black men see a hot mixed chick, they get insecure. All right. I guess. I don't know. I guess that's part of it. I think any woman that feels a woman looks better than her is insecure. Gets insecure. I mean, it's not that ain't white. That's everybody. That's everybody. If you young enough to still take dick, you still measuring yourself over other women who still taking dick. Like how many dicks could you get? I could get 5. This bitch probably can get 50 dicks. God damn. She better than me because she get 50 dicks to my 5. God damn. Ain't that a bitch? I'm only qualified to fuck 5 men and she could fuck 100 dudes. Ain't that fucked up? Ain't that messed up? Damn. Y'all gotta call shit what it is. Stop making shit convoluted and all of that. Call it what it is. You jealous of her because you think she getting more dick than you. How old are these women? There's all kind of ages going on here. Some folks are proud to announce their whorishness. Well, nowadays with the slut culture, it's not taboo to say that you have several lovers. It's not taboo for a woman to express that she has a lot of partners. And again, that's fine. You do whatever you want to do with your vagina. Do whatever you want to do with your vagina. I know some women who said, they want 2 husbands and 3 boyfriends and all of that stuff. I'm like, well, when does your vag get a rest? When does your vag get a rest? Your shit on heavy rotation like that? This is why y'all need the yoni pearls now. This is why y'all need baking soda douches right now. Because you got all this dead sperm swimming in there fighting each other. All these dudes' sperm fighting each other in your damn vagina, and it's fuming. It's fuming because they fighting and killing each other and got your vagina in fumes. Fumes. That's what's going on there. You said you want 2 husbands? Cool want two husbands? Shit. Have at it. You can have your badge smelling like a wet bear if you want to. Shit. That's just it's too much. It's too much. Yeah, you need a lot of lube. It's too much. Y'all be frothing out your ass. Goddamn oozing cappuccino froth out your ass. That's just too much, man. We not designed for all of that. I know these hoes try to tell you that, but they don't tell you they shooting up with Novocaine, all kind of numbing cream and all kind of shit to take 2 and 3 dicks. They ain't telling you that. They're not gonna tell you that. Who's James Perry? Let me scroll back up. Well, I love my friends. We all gotta have separate lives from our mates and come together. Only weirdos don't want a few friends, and when you get divorced, have problems. Who you gonna turn to have your own mind? I don't think it's weird not to have friends. I think it's weird to think that you do, actually, because a lot of these relationships are fugazi to begin with. A lot of these friends don't come through when you need them. And you've had times in your life when you're in a hospital and shit. They may come the first day, but if you're in there for 2 weeks, the phone stops ringing. Who's watching your kids that you don't have to pay? It's that kind of thing. The people that you can really count on, you realize you alone real quick. Really, really quick. All these my friends. Listen, whatever. And I study the real black history with most of my time. But you're not married, though. My daddy is black American from Tallahassee. Are you mixed? De La Cream? You mixed? I'm legally married. Y'all having a whole conversation without me and see. People use that word too much. Friends, people think they insult me by saying that's why you don't have friends. It's hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious to me too. I think they fling it around just like they fling around. Boyfriends is used too much too. Some of y'all don't have boyfriends. Some of y'all have situationships. You don't even have boyfriends. But y'all fling that around a lot too. Well, he came twice, so I claim him. We had sex twice, so I'm gonna claim him. That kind of shit. Y'all gotta stop flinging around friends and boyfriend titles too. I have a few blue true friends. I thank them. I have friends. Well, great. Wonderful. Wonderful. Sometimes you just don't click with others. Yeah, and that's okay. And that's okay. I'm a dark girl. Is that Selkis art on your page? Yes. Well, I don't know which one you're looking at, but I believe everything that I posted on it was my stuff. You go to iloveherart.com to see all of my work on there as an artist. A guy thought he was okay. A guy thought he was insulting me by saying I don't have any friends. Meanwhile, his friends encourage him to get drunk, do coke, meth, and smoke cigarettes. Ooh, yeah, that part. That part. I'm telling you, you gotta be careful. These friends encourage you to do destructive ass shit. UGC, your first goal is to think for yourself. You can have friendships, and friendships are okay when you can think for yourself. When you're not influenced by what other people are doing, then you can have productive, relationships with other people. But if you are a person that doesn't think for yourself and you have friends, you are in a fucked up situation. You gotta be so self acclimated to what you are, to who you are, that when a friend is doing something, you can go, no, that ain't me. That's not what I do, and be okay with it. But a lot of friendships are people flocking together, encouraging each other to do shit, whether it's right or wrong. They keep information. They keep where the body's buried. They alibi for you and all of that stuff. You got to really have a sense of self, and a lot of women don't. That's just what it is. I'm really just telling the truth. A lot of women don't have a sense of self. They want support. Even hoes, even these chicks that claim they bosses are recruiting other hoes because they don't want to hold by themselves. I say that all the time. Even a hoe don't want to hold by herself. She want to turn you into a hoe too. So that's what it is. You got to think for yourself and enjoy your self thought, how you think. Like, enjoy what the conclusions that you make for things. You enjoy concluding things on your own. So, because I remember you spoke about Michael Jordan at Kobe's memorial. I watched his 10-episode documentary. 10 episode, and many former teammates are upset with their portrayal in the documentary. Oh Lord. So Michael Jordan dragged the teammates. He did a 10-episode documentary of what, himself? I tell you, Michael Jordan is a psychopath. I said that before. That funeral eulogy that he did, I was like, really though? Come on, Mike. Snot running down your nose, your face, your chin, like y'all were Ace Boone Coons. Come on now. You didn't cry that much when your father died. He didn't cry at all when his father passed. All of that snotting and all that shit, that was a photo op. That was it's about me. That bullshit. Narcissistic ass. That was all that show was about. Crazy. It's his time to get knocked off the pedestal. Maybe. It's called The Last Dance, and it's on ESPN. It was really good. Really? Listen, he's one of the best athletes ever. We don't take that away from him. But when you hear about how he was with his teammates and other people, he was a bit of a bully. He was a bit of a bully. It was his show. Oh, he is the GOAT. We can't take that away from him, but there is the other side of it too. There is the other side of it, that dark side of it too. When you're so competitive that you don't want anybody else to even come behind you to shine, that's a problem. They polished up the bully. Did they? All right. That's what it is. But like I've said before, we all have a dark side, a light and a dark. Everybody. So when you're admiring these people, just understand that there's duality there. There's a duality there. Oh, this person's such a good person and such a good person, and here we have somebody like Bill Gates, supposedly philanthropist, millions and millions of dollars on helping African babies get vaccinated for free health care, and I think he's a financial backer for the Impossible Burger. Is it Impossible Burger? What's that fake meat they got out now? Beyond Meat or Beyond Burger. Yeah, his company finances that. So he's a philanthropic, but he's diabolical too. He's narcissistic too. He's unfeeling and uncaring too. These people are, you know what they're doing. It's a mess. It's a mess. But on one hand, they're givers. And on the other hand, they're killers. It's all of that. It is all of that. This new world order shit is kicked up in high gear. And I'm like, all for the weeks that we've been supposedly on lockdown, you go to these stores, you got to stand 6 feet apart from people, you got to put on these face masks, like that's supposed to do something. And then when you get inside the store, you handling food, and everybody's not wearing gloves when they if I pick up an orange, I'm not necessarily wearing a glove when I pick up an orange, look at it, decide if I want it, and maybe I don't want it, so I put it back. So there's that. You bumping into people at the grocery store. You can't. It's impossible to stand 6 feet away from everybody while you're trying to shop. The people who pack the groceries and put it on the shelves are probably coughing, picking their nose, and scratching their assholes like they always do when they packing shit on the shelves. So I'm like, the point of this is what? You can only go for essential. Only essential businesses can be open. Are you not at risk for catching something at the grocery store? If the case is you don't want to spread this thing, then everything should be closed. But that would be impractical. But then it's a moot point if a liquor store can be open. Why is a liquor store able to be open? A liquor store don't sell prescription medication, but they're an essential business. So we picking and choosing what we can be at risk, what we can put ourselves at risk for. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. This is psychological warfare. It's all psychological game. All psychological game. So, let's see. Let's see. I know they opened back up Atlanta. I made a joke and said they opened up Atlanta because Atlanta got about 4 different types of pandemics that quarantine is a little too late for. Atlanta got all kind of shit floating around that third world country type numbers going on in Atlanta, so they can open up Atlanta because ain't no hope. But they're saying it's not like some upsurge of infected stuff. And I think I saw a CNN article where they're now saying that the CDC is now stating that it's not as contagious as they thought. I'm like, you have destroyed people's businesses. People have been out of work for weeks now. How are they supposed to buy groceries and make ends meet? It's insane. It's insane. This is like the biggest hoax, the biggest wag the dog hoax ever invented. To have a worldwide lockdown over something like this. Yeah, the $1,200 been gone, and these big corporations, they got loopholes where these big chain stores can qualify as small businesses because a lot of the relief that these businesses were supposed to get it ran out because the big corporations went through loopholes and took all the money. So, there's that part of it. It's all kind of, y'all, it's all kind of stuff. What about people who wear the same mask and gloves all day without changing them? I mean, that part too. I've seen pictures of people eating chips, putting chips in their mouth with masks on their hand. I'm like, what part of the game is that? You got a mask on your hand to block germs, but you're eating with the same mask on your hand. You're eating food. You're putting stuff in your mouth with that. Y'all, please. If that was the case, then the grocery stores, all of these, everything should be shut down. And you talk about opening up, and people go, y'all crazy. Y'all gonna kill people. And the numbers still haven't reached a regular flu season number. It still hasn't reached that. With all these weeks and weeks and weeks of lockdown. You put your gloves on after you leave the store. Quarantine and chill. Oh, is that a new thing now? Quarantine and chill? They've been dating online and everything during the pandemic. Well, yeah, dating hasn't stopped. There's a lot of online going on. A lot of OnlyFans. Everybody opening up an OnlyFans account now. Ooh, OnlyFans. Listen, if y'all don't buy no stock in OnlyFans, y'all better buy some stock in OnlyFans. That's the new back page. Every time I turn around, somebody got an account. Somebody got an account on OnlyFans. Listen, it's getting hard out here. It's getting hard out here. People gotta, bills gotta be paid. And these dudes are paying to watch chicks sleep and scratch their ass. They're paying subscriptions to watch chicks sleep with their mouth open or something. It's all kinds of shit. Y'all dudes pay for all kinds of nonsense. Why is that? Why would you pay a woman just to, I don't know, see a clap of booty? Like, what, your hard-earned money to see that? Although some of y'all dudes say y'all wouldn't, porn is free, what's the point of paying the subscription? A lot of these chicks are paying mortgages with these OnlyFans accounts. So they say. They getting 20, I'm hearing numbers like 20, 30 $1,000 a month, 80,000. That's one white chick, 80 G's a month for an OnlyFans account. 80 G's. Y'all don't go ahead and do that now, because once like I said, once this pandemic's over, the people that gonna remind you of what you done. You gonna be like you're not gonna have Kim Kardashian results. You're gonna have Lawrence Fishburne's daughter's results. Her sex tape went double brick. It didn't go double platinum, it went double brick. She tried to follow behind Kim and get notoriety, and she went double brick. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't think y'all gonna get $80,000 a month. I'm just saying, and then some of y'all getting slick. Y'all just saying, you could FaceTime me and send the cash app. So y'all doing some makeshift OnlyFans. We could do the FaceTime after you cash at me. Y'all, come on, man. Listen, whatever you got to do to eat, I guess. Whatever you got to do to eat. So, because they might force nurses to take the corona vaccine, would you quit nursing if you were in that situation? Is that what they're saying? Wow. I don't know. That's a tough one. I know they forced health workers to take a flu vaccine. They forced them to do that. The health profession is you kind of run the risk. It's like you don't really have. It's like you're a slave, y'all. You're a slave in a uniform, just like military and anybody else. In the military, your body belongs to them. In these hospitals, the hospital work, your body belongs to them too. Whatever they require you to do, you just got to do it for the little bit of check that you get. And it's hard for a lot of these hospital workers now, because the overtime money just ain't there. And a lot of these chicks pushing these big trucks and paying these big mortgages or for this overtime, now they hurting because their salary is back to what it's supposed to be without all that overtime. Now they living real regular, real check to check now, and it's it's bad business. It's bad business. So some of them getting OnlyFans accounts to supplement their income. It's a lot of that. You want to see what OnlyFans is about? You better go Google it. I'm sure it'll come up because it's hot right now. There's a lot of people on it. There's a lot of people on it right now. Military has the real panacea of vaccines, though. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. You got to be careful. It's very risky now being in the health profession. Very very risky. And anything you do that involves touching people now is real risky. It just is. OnlyFans was supposed to be like Patreon. Oh, really? Since when? Well, I'm just hearing about this a few months ago. So most people just doing the adult content route. I mean, that's what I'm hearing. It's mostly just like a burlesque show. A lot of sexual content going on for a monthly subscription, and people are paying that. People are most definitely paying that. I wonder if Acorn Stash or Robinhood have OnlyFans as part of their account for stock. I don't know. They will antibody test my sister's a nurse. I get a little experience in work from home or office. Like my sis, she works small hospital in a small office from home. She got a BA master's. Oh, okay. The reptilian only mission is to keep conscious unity from happening. Huh. The reptilian mission is real. It is very, very real. Mass distinction, depopulation, all of these eugenics, all these things have been in the plan for many, many, many years. Many years. Separatism is their goal as more and more people awaken. They have to kill off a certain number. They have to depopulate in order to control, to maintain control. So there's that. I mean, I know it sounds far out, but you have people who eat people out here, A lot of these people that come up missing and stuff are on people's dinner plates. A lot of people that come up missing are body parts. Their organs, organ harvesting, or organ trafficking is a real thing. It's a real thing. So y'all gotta be careful. I remember seeing a Asian guy eating a human, a fetus. The fetus looked like it might have been it was small, so I'm assuming maybe 5 months, 6, maybe it's 6 months based on how the size of it. A 6-month gestation fetus, and I saw the Asian man. He made it into a soup, and he was eating the fetus. He said this was good for his immune system. It was immune system builder or something like that. Immune system builder. I remember years ago with this another Asian guy who got caught smuggling fetuses to Europe, and he claims it was for a ceremony. He claimed it was for a goddamn ceremony. The people who eat people, y'all. People who eat people out here. There's all kind of stuff. What kind of solvent green mess is going on? Yeah, the world is not it's not a pretty place. It's not a pretty place at all. This world is some crazy shit going on in this world. And this is why I tell y'all UGC that you have to be, now more than ever, you have delayed gratification is necessary. You have to be in shape. You need to be working out. right? You need to be physically alert. This is why being intoxicated, the weed, the alcohol, the cigarettes, all that drugs and stuff. These people are medicating themselves to be on somebody's dinner plate. They seasoning themselves up to get caught out there, not knowing their surroundings and all that stuff, to be on somebody's dinner plate. Some of y'all get that intoxicated. You don't remember what you did yesterday. This is not the time to be inebriated like that. This would not be the time to be intoxicated like that, because you don't know who you're going to have to battle with out here. And that's just what it is. So while you're trying to level up and be, I don't know, and be attractive for some of these psychopathic lunatics out here, what you need to really do is just introspect, get into yourself. Just be self-absorbed. Self-improvement is a foundation for everything. For everything that you want to acquire. It takes discipline. I know I say all the time, because it's not a sexy word. It's not a sexy word, but that's what we need. That's what we need. A lot of y'all giving y'all power and your energy to people who do not want you. They don't want you. And we got to come to terms with all of that. Why are we chasing after people who don't even see us as human, who see us as a steak tartare, dinner on a plate? All right. There's a lot of lunatics out here. A whole bunch. Yes, food for the gods. Food for the gods. So y'all, I have talked to y'all for a while, and I hope I've given you stuff to chew on here. And with respect to, the title, the swirling thing and being in relationships with people outside of your race, if that's a thing that you want to do, you feel you need to do, and you're prepared to do, then that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. I'm never going to be a place where you can come and soothe your wounds on that and get support for that specifically. That's just not what I do. I'm a black woman, and a black man and a black woman came together and created me. And I'm never going to condemn one part of myself and say that one part of what I am is diabolical and the other part is an angel. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it, because I know what it took to create me. And I know I create more me's out here. And I'm not going to squander my ability to create more me's. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter that black men are walking around here when they're a part of me. Regardless if they think I'm fuckable or not. That's not the agenda. That's not the agenda here. It's higher than that for me. It's higher than that for me. A lot of y'all feel that there's no other way. Do it the way you need to do it. Do it the way you need to do it. But don't pretend like you live in your best life. Don't come here. Don't come here pretending like you live in your best life. When you're worried, you're afraid, you're looking for backup. That's why you come. You're worried, afraid, you're looking for backup. Don't do that. Say what it is. Be honest. So, I want to divest from black men, but, I'm not having much luck with these white men either. You need to say that. You need to say that. Well, there was this one guy, I thought things were going to work out, but his mother didn't like me, or, I found out later he said nigger this one time and I was turned off by it. Say that. Say that. Say I'm still insecure about how I look. Say that. Even though this guy likes me that I think is higher status than me, better looking than me, and offers me more than I can offer him, I still feel like I'm unworthy of him. Say that. Say that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So you do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I'm a product of one black woman and one black man. So I can't be no other way. I can't be no other way. What anybody's bag is theirs to hold. Any black dudes that don't like me, he gotta hold his own bag. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You uptight about it? I ain't got nothing to do with that. And UGC, I'm gonna end on this. Any of these dudes who are colorists, I want you to also understand that every woman that he fucked agreed with him. Every woman that he screwed, that he liked, that he had baby mamaed, married, or whatever, agreed with him. And this would include the women that are in your spaces saying, why are these black men shaded? Include them too. So you don't have allies like you think. So forget about all of that. Forget about pointing the finger. No more pointing the fingers. No more pointing fingers because you gotta go like this. You gotta do 360 because it's everywhere and it's everybody. It's everywhere and it's everybody. Leave these men who don't want you alone. But more importantly, or as importantly, make sure the women that are in your spaces are really are not disingenuous, because those are the ones that lead you to slaughter. Those are the ones that turn y'all into hoes and talk y'all into OnlyFans account and selling your ass for a couple of dollars or some new tires on your car. It's those women that'll do that. And there's more of them than there are these men who are divested from you, because those women are right there in your space. Those women drink with you. Those women watch your kids. Those women drive you to work, or maybe help you take care of your mother, and they're not your friend, and they have other agendas, and they're only with you because you make them look good or you have something to offer. There's more of them than these men who don't want you. That's my point. That's my point. So focus on you. Focus on something else besides this. I'm going where I'm celebrated shit. Y'all ain't getting celebrations nowhere, because y'all ain't on these spaces. Y'all ain't telling these white women that you're celebrated. You ain't going on none of these white chicks channels and telling them all this shit y'all like to spew, all that walk talk that you like to spew here because you feel that I'm beneath you. So you're confident enough to spew all your shit. You're not campaigning on those other sites. You're not showing up there. You're showing up to spaces where you think you're not. You're not going to be threatened. You're showing up here because you don't feel threatened by me. That's why you show up here. Oh, she's just a nigga girl. I could say she black, she ugly, she old, this, that, and I could say what I want. That's why you're here. But you don't have courage in these other spaces. You don't keep that same energy in these other spaces where you need to go and tell them, why won't you shut some of these white girls down? I wish you would do that. I wish you would do that. I'm here as your sister, and I got to hear all this flag talk. You're trying to flank me because you think you're better than me, and you do the same things that these dudes that you blame do to you. You do the same thing. So this is why I say, y'all all full of shit. Y'all all full of shit. So let's bullshit together. Don't try to come and Sal, because I'm enjoying this status. What status? You worried, you scared, you looking for support. You worried, scared, looking for support, looking for how-tos, courses, certifications, all that stuff to get men who otherwise don't check for you. And you're celebrated where? How are you celebrated if you need a course to get them? How are you celebrated if you need a correspondence course to learn how to get them? How are you celebrated? If it's natural, you don't need a course. If they naturally wanted you, you wouldn't need to find out how to get one. Hello? You wouldn't need that. So it is what it is. But we all trying, we all trying. We all trying to get somewhere. We all trying to get something. And again, I'm going to say it again. I don't condemn. But what you're not going to do is regulate me. What you're not going to do is try to flank me and try to use I'm better than you. You only saying that because you hit the wall, or you a single mother, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you young hoes that drinking Peter Pan juice that don't think you're gonna hit a wall yourselves think. Whatever it is, live long enough, as the old people say. You ain't lived long enough. Because one day your phone is gonna stop ringing too. One day it will. You ain't even hot enough now and you're 25. Because if you were hot enough now, you wouldn't need a certificate program to teach you how to bag nobody. You ain't even hot enough now and you in your prime. A lot of y'all hoes talk about, oh, you 25, you prime select, and you ain't even experiencing no results, and you 25, and you got something to say about who older than who when you struggling at 25 and 22. The fact that you can wear a bikini ain't filling up your Rolodex. Bitch, please. Take it down. To get this tea, get this information so you can really be a boss in your life emotionally. Look beyond what it is you see in here and take the wisdom that I'm trying to give y'all so you can have the upper hand. So you can really have an upper hand. And then when you do the level up thing, you'll be more effective with that. Because a lot of y'all doing the level up thing and ain't getting no fucking results. No goddamn results. But the women that watch my channel, get my content and my coaching, they have peace of mind now that they never enjoyed before. Their anxiety is lifted. They see people for what they are now. They see the game a mile away because I'm teaching them game you ain't gonna never hear nowhere else. Because the women that are teaching y'all are too busy adjusting their lipstick and their wigs to really tell you the fucking truth. They more worried about what you think about the way they look than giving you information you can fucking use in your life. They looking at themselves while they talking to you. They ain't even listen, don't even care what they saying. They too busy looking at themselves, adjusting their fucking hair while they talking to you. And this is what y'all believe is gospel out here. Y'all believe that has more merit than what I'm saying because I'm just an ugly nigga talking shit. And it is what it is. And I'll be that because I'm the ugly girl's ambassador. I will be that. Because I wear ugly on my chest. It don't matter. It don't matter. Because you still got to come up with what you got to come up with. That's it. That's it. So again, I'm only here for a select few of y'all. It ain't for everybody. And a lot of y'all who are wishy-washy, dipping your toe in here and dipping your toe in there. If you don't get some tunnel vision about yourself and say, listen, I'm going to pick a side and ride with that side, you're never going to reap the benefits of anybody, not me or anybody else you watch. You float around because you ain't sure and you get no results and you get more confused. You get no results and you come up even more confused. Well, she said this and then she said that. Well, I heard this one say this and I heard this one say that. And then you fade. You tap out. Now you don't move at all because you don't know what to do. You got to choose. You've got to choose. Either you're going to ride with the ugly and understand why we're doing this, or ride with pretty, the level up. I'm going to give me an affluent man. I'm going to give me a white man to love me. I'm going to make myself over to make myself marketable. So one of these white men who don't usually check for a nigga like me will want to love me now and all that kind of stuff. You can do all of that. But you got to pick a side. You got to stop flip-flopping around and pick a side and just eat one type of meal every day. You eat one type of meal every day. Don't go for variety. Variety is bullshit. That's why you got acid reflux and inflammation, all kind of shit going on now because you got variety and your body don't know what to do with all this shit, all this new shit you're eating every day. Eat one type of thing every day like our ancestors did. Regiment yourself. Regiment yourself. this need to change up and all that shit, ditch that shit too. Get you a uniform. Get you a uniform and wear it every day so that you can think about something more productive than, oh, I got, my hair and my this and my that bullshit. That's my recommendation for all of you. For every one of you. All right? All right, y'all. So I thank everybody for coming on and riding with me for 2 hours. I had time today. 2 hours. Go to my site, become a member, sign in to the forum page. I should have put the link up. I'll have to do that after I get off. But if you're not a member of the site, you need to be to access the forum anyway. So make sure you do that. And if you need private coaching with me, all the information to set up coaching for the coaching packages are on there. And what else? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Listen, let's do this thing. I'm UGC for life. This is not a game. Not a game. And I need my lieutenants to be about this life. Divest. These bitches are crazy out here. Y'all see that? You see that for yourself. They talking all kind of lunacy. And you know it, and you still riding with them. You know, like, this bitch is, she kind of touched. They're a little off. But you still there? Oh, I hope he picks me. Enough. Enough. All right? Enough. Billionaire clothing designers don't even wear designer clothes like that. They shop at the thrift stores. Hello? People with money wear the same thing every day. Like Bill Gates and what's the dude, Steve Jobs wore the same black shirt and jeans or whatever every day. People with money, they got other things to do besides worrying about the way they look. Time is money for them. So it's not about you in the closet for 30, 40 an hour trying to decide what to wear when you got lives to save and things to invent and all that kind of stuff. You want to be busy with your life doing something productive other than worrying about the way you look, and you still ain't getting likes. It take you 2 hours to get dressed and you still only getting 20 likes. So let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You could be a fashionista. Some of y'all, that's your business. You know, your business is dressing people and fashionisting, and you could do that. But the rest of y'all, you a fashionista for what? You trying to be a fashionista for what? Exactly. Consolidate. It's all a racket. Designer is all a racket too. All of it. All right, I'm out of here. Peace and love. Bye.